Hello, student. Uh, Shear force and bending moment diagram for cantilever beams, and we have already discussed more videos like shear force and bending moment and cantilever beams, and so different problems, different type of loading conditions. So today we will also discuss the another different type of loading conditions for a cantilever beams. How can I draw the SFD and the BMD diagram for cantilever beams? So you can easily understand, and it is helpful for your futures during when you draw the SFD and BMD diagram. So more problem can be solved SFD and BMD, then you can easily understand, or your concept may be clear for SFD and BMD. If you don't solve any problem in SFD BMD, then you can't understand how can I shear force, how can I draw the BMD diagram. You can't understand. So we have to practice it. As previous lecture we have already told you, and we have already discussed the many videos regarding the SFD and BMD. So it is very important chapter for SFD and BMDs. So let's start for cantilever beam in different loading conditions. Here we can see that there is the another loading conditions. Here, that is the problem. This is another problem. Here we can see that the problem, it is a cantilever beam because of one end is fixed here and another end is free. It is a cantilever beam. We know that. Here you can see that four different point load may be acting different locations. That means here 2 kilonewton acting at the end, here 2 kilonewton acting the 1 meter distance from the point, from the free points. Then another UDL, this load is also UDL load, and over the UDL load another 3 kilonewtons acting over the beams, and another 1 kilonewton here at point C, the acting here. So C is another load. If we want to draw the SFD and BMD, but here we cannot draw the uh, we cannot find out the SFD, and we cannot find out the reactions and this type of beams. So here how can I draw the SFD and BMD diagram? So here first of all we find out the shear force at different locations. Suppose this is this point D, this point C, then A, B, D point C, then we can easily write here B and C, or here we can write at point B, like we can write here point A, and 2 point E and F. E and F. Any, you can write any ABCD or any others, you can write only just your convenient, whatever you can write here, if it is your choice. So now no need to find out the reactions, so we can easily direct the write down the shear force or find out the shear force. So how can I find out the shear force? So according to the conventions, or the when we know that the how can I find out the shear force and bending moment we have already discussed. So this way we can easily find out the shear force. So SF at F is equal to how much? SF is equal to how much? What is the SF? What is the SF or means shear force? Shear force is the summation of all the vertical force acting either left or right hand sections of the beam. So if we take a section from here, if we take sections here, so this is the force, only one force acting over the point. So if we take section here, so right hand side we can take a section right hand side, all the forces, the algebraic summation, all the forces acting the right or left hand side of the beam. So this way we can calculating the shear force. So let's see, if you see, then you can easily understand how can I write out, how can I write the SF for SF. SF at A is equal to how much? If we consider these positions, SF at F, how much force acting the downward directions. According to the sign convention, we know that if the force is downward direction, we take a negative sign. If force acting upward directions, so we take the positive according to the sign convention. Many books, any other sign convention, they will take. Any others books may take a sign conventions in downward direction is positive and upward direction is the negative. No matter whatever you can choose, the sign convention doesn't matter, but the drawing or the find SF shear force is very important. Shear force diagram, what or maybe the what one with the diagrams is negative or positive, but the force, but the nature of the curves is always the same. So nature of the curve always same for SF and the BMs. So let's see, SI force at F is equal to how much? F is equal to minus 2 kilonewton. Now another section we will take at point E. This means this point. SF at E is equal to how much? Minus 2 kilonewton minus of minus 2. Means if we take a section here, then right hand side, what are the force? This one, and also we can consider this force. So minus 2 is equal to minus 4 kilonewton. I think you understand. Then what are the force of SF at A? Not A. And previous lectures, when we find out the reactions or the we can find out the simple supported beam, we can here we have already seen that if any point load acting any UDL loads, then we can just consider the just before, then consider that point. That means here we can write SF just before A, means exactly not A, means A. How much force? 4 kilonewton acting over the right hand side of the section, this one, and we have also considered here this force, which means this UDL. How much the UDL? 2 kilonewton per meter. What is the distance between A and E is equal to 1 meter. This means also take a 2 kilonewton because of 1 meter. Take a distance 1 meter. So 2 means 6 kilonewton. Then after that, here we can write SF just before A. Now here we can write SF at A. SF at A is equal to how much? 6 kilonewton is the right hand side of the sections according to the sign conventions, or how can I take SFs? Then another 3 kilonewton in downward directions. We add the 3 kilonewtons in algebraic summations. That means 3. So this one is equal to minus 9 kilonewton SF at A. Similar way, here we can see that SF at C, how much? Then SF at C, here we can write SF at C is equal to minus 9 and C is equal to how much? 1. That means minus 10 kilonewton SF at C here. And next point, last point, SF at D. SF at D is equal to minus 10 because of no force between C and D, so minus 10 kilonewton. So this way we can easily find out the SF shear force at different point. Now find out the BM in different point. Similar way, according to the how can I, according to the law of BM moments law, we can take a section, then consider the sign convention. Same similar sign convention we will take. Downward direction is the negative and upward direction is the positive. Now how can I find out the BM at different point? Here we can see that this point, if we take a consider this section, these sections means point F, point F. So how much bending moment at point F? If force acting at point F in downward directions, but how much the distance? 0. That means if we will take 2 minus 2 distance force, moment means force into distance, perpendicular distance, the no distance, that means 0. The 0. If we take a consider these sections, if we take a consider here this section, this one, then you will take consider only this one force and take a distance from here to here. So let's see how can I write the SF at point F, SF point A, SF point B, A, B, C, and D. It is very important. How can I write the bending moment? Find out the bending moment. It is the very important to understanding. Otherwise, many of the student can mistake here. So let's see and try to understand minutely for BM diagrams. How can I write the moment, that means bending moment for BM, for BM at point what? BM at point F. We have already discussed at point F is equal to how much? Is equal to 0. We have already find out. So take a BM at point F is equal to 0. Then again BM at E, BM at E, that means how much force? How much force? Force is a 2 kilonewton minus 2 kilonewton, distance is 1 meter, that means minus 2. Unit kilonewton into distance meter, distance into meter. Then again BM at here, BM at A, BM at A. Sorry, 2 minus 2 kilonewton, how much distance is equal to 2? Here we can see that because of this force, we can take this force and take a distance from here to here. Then 1 plus 1 distance 2. And then you can also take a consider this force, so 2 minus 2 into 1. Then again minus 2 into 1. Again summation, algebraic summation, because downward directions into 1. That means minus 4 and minus 2. That means minus 6 kilonewton into meter. Again BM at B is equal to how much? You can take consider this force, this force, this force, and also consider the UDL. 1, 2, 3, and the UDL 4. So 2 plus 2, this one is 2 minus 2 into 3, then 2 into 2, 3 into 1, then UDL. So 2 into 3, 2 into 2, 3 into 1. So minus 2 into 3, minus 2 into 2, minus 3 into 1, and another force, UDL. How much the UDL? Here you can see that this one, this is the UDL. How much? 4. Total load is equal to 4 because of 2 kilometers 1 meters to 2 meters span. That means 4 means 2 into 2 4. Then distance can take the middle. That means 1 minus 4 into 1. So you can take here minus 4 into 1. I think you understand. 6 minus 4 minus 10, minus 10 and 17. That means minus 17. So is equal to minus 17 kilonewton into meter. This is very important. How can I take this moment? Very important to understanding BM at point B and different point and other point also. Now BM at point, we will consider BM at point C is very important, then D, then BM at point C. BM at point C. So here we can see that -2 ending load, then into how much distance? Here we can take 2 into this one distance, 1 2 3 4 4, 2 into 4. Here we can say here 2 into 4, then again 2 into 3, then 3 into 2, then UDL. 1 force, 2 force, 3 force, 1 2 3 and UDL 4, and 2 into 4, 2 into 3, 3 into 2. That means 2 into 4, 2 into 3, 3 into 2. Then UDL is equal to how much? 4. Our distance take middle means 2. Because here this force 4, we can take a distance in the middle. That means here 1 meter here and 1 meter here. That means 2. So you can easily understand. See here. How much? 8 or 6, 14, 14 or 6, 20, 28 means minus 28 kilo Newton into meter. Then last point, BM at point D. The last point is equal to how much? Minus 2 into how much distance? Here you can see that you can take a distance from here to here, means how much? 1 2 3 4 5, 2 into 5, 2 into 4, 3 into 3, 1 into 2 and UDLs, then means 3. That means 2 into 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 2 into 5, 2 into 4, 3 into 3, 2 into 5, again 2 into 4, again 3 into 3, again 1, again 3 into 3, then again 1 into 1, and then UDL 4 into 3. UDL how much? 4 into distance 3, then again 1 into 1 distance. Then 6, 8, 14, 14 into 9, 23, 23, 12, 23 into 12, 35, 35, 1 means minus 36. So minus 36 kilonewton into meter. So we have already find out the BM at different point. Then how can I draw the SFD and BMD? First of all, draw the loaded beam. So here we can take a loaded beam. Again, this is the loaded beam. Take a loaded beam here. Take a loaded beam. Then draw the SFD. Then BMD. Then draw the BMD. So see how can I draw the SFD and the BMD. It is very important to understand how can I draw the SFD and the BMD according to the nature of the loads. So here, first of all, we take a distance, perpendicular distance at different points. Here, take a first point here, then take another point here, then take another point here, then take another point from here, then take another point from here, and take another point from here. Now take your own reference line. This. So now we have already seen that you have taken consider in scaling. Any scale you can choose as your convenient. So here SF at F. SF at F is equal to minus 2 even 4, then 6, 2, 4, 6, 9, 10. 9, 10, 10. 2, remember that 2, 4, 6, 9 and 10. 9 and 10 according to the point. 9 and 10. Then here all fours are negative directions, so we can choose here negative directions. That means here to get 2 negative directions here, this one to this one. So we can choose another scale, then draw another line here. This means 2. No force between the this point to this point, so you can take a straight line. And another point is -4. That means another straight line from here. That means 4. Then 6 means UDL. This UDL, that means draw the straight line from this point to this point. Then again another force, because of we have already find out the this one. So you can take expand the line here, so easily understand. Sorry. Here, then if we again UDL, then straight line, how much? This one is 9. This point is 9. Then no load between there and yours. So straight line 9, and again draw the 10. Again draw the here 10. Then no load between this, then 10. So this diagram is called the shear force diagram. This curved line is called the shear force diagram. So this way we can draw the shear force. So similar way, this one, this force, we can here write that in the hatch line. If you require to show it clearly for SF diagram, right here for SF diagram. A similar way we can write the BM diagram. Let's see how can I write the BM diagram. Again, we have to expand this line because of when you're drawing the SFD. So according to the rule of SFD, drawing the SFD and BMD, you must draw the first loaded beam, then draw the SFD, then draw the BMD. So same line, then you can easily understand how change the curve according to the shear force or bending moment. So let's see. We have already find out the BM at the end. If we'll take a reference line, if we will take a reference line from here, so all the force negative, so we can take here one reference line. We can take one reference line from here. Then BM at point fixed point is equal to 0. Then no, here BM at different point we can already find out. Then let's see what are the BM at point different point. BM at point A is equal to how much? BMA is equal to 6. BMA is equal to 6. Then B is equal to how much? Sorry, F is equal to 0. E is equal to 2. E is equal to 2. F is equal to 0. And then 6 equal to how much? 6 equal to 6. And B is equal to how much? B is equal to 17. All these minus negative, so downward directions. Then how much? 28 at C. 28 and D is equal to how much? D is equal to 36. So according to the scale, we can draw this. So this one is equal to 0. So again minus 2 here, 0, then minus 2 here. Then UDL, so you have to draw the curve line. Then this point to this point, the load is UDL. So here you can here see that this point is load is UDL. If load is UDL, then you have to draw the curve line. So this one is not a curve line actually. This one actually straight line. So line representation is very important. Otherwise it will be wrong. So again, this load is also UDL. So again, explain this line. Then this one is equal to how much? Is equal to also 6. Then again UDL. Then 17, but not a UDL, straight line. But here, so that's why I'm telling you the line representations and the very is important. So this point to this point, draw a straight line, straight line. Then again, no load. Then again draw a straight line here to here. This is equal to how much? This is equal to minus 36. So here to here. This is the diagram of the bending moment. So this is the diagram of bending moment. I think then this line is hatch line, and right here BM diagram. I think if you understand, this one is the curve, this curve line is very important. Here is the curve line, but here is the straight line. This is the parabolic nature. This is the parabolic in nature. So it is very important. I think you understand SFD and BMD. Thank you for watching this video.